So, what's up, people, and welcome to the Chapter 74 discussion of Kaiju number 8, or Kaiju 8号. So, Chapter 74 came out a couple of days ago, and as always, I will leave a link to this chapter that's currently being shown on the publisher's official website, Manga Plus, for free to the North American audience. So, if you're interested, I will go take a look at it before they pull this chapter back. Okay, so 74. If you recall, in 73, we were going through the odd couple situation, where monster number 10 and Hoshina were kind of conflicting with each other on who will lead the battle. And in the end, Hoshina decided that to alleviate the situation, he will let monster number 10 take the lead. And the ending of 73 occurred with those two going into battle. So obviously 74 will be the chapter where the battle actually occurs. Now, because of that, I feel that this is one of those chapters where it's better to just go and read it rather than for me to continue talking about it. But I will give a few points with regards to what happened in 74. Now, because Hoshina let monster number 10 take the lead, of course, the chapter begins with those two going into battle according to monster number 10's desires. And because both characters are extremely strong, regardless of who took the lead, the devastation to the monsters immediately begins. And this elates monster number 10 so much that he could go into battle once again and destroy things, that he is having an absolutely good time going through battle. And he's talking to Hoshina about how well he's actually destroying these monsters. And he gets to a point where there's a giant monster in front of him and he's about to take it down, when we find out that Hoshina has already taken it down for him. And this is when we really start finding out this isn't about monster number 10, this isn't about Hoshina, this is about the two of them together. And because monster number 10 is enjoying this battle so much, regardless of what Hoshina does, their synchronization starts increasing. And as that happens, of course, they become stronger. And Hoshina starts taunting monster number 10 about, is that all you can do? A sort of situation, which of course upsets monster number 10, but not in a way that he will take it out on Hoshina. He basically wants to show just how powerful he is. So regardless of how angry monster number 10 gets, their synchronization actually increases because monster number 10 desires to continue to move forward. Now, through the discussions that you do see in the chapter, Hoshina continues his attack and asks monster number 10, can you truly block all these attacks from the other monsters? Which of course monster number 10 takes as a challenge. And so in response, monster number 10 starts clearing the path for Hoshina. And this is when we start really seeing how the two characters can work together. Monster number 10 is a very good tank. He is extremely strong and he's extremely durable. And because of that, regardless of who attacks Hoshina, he could immediately take them out. And this gives Hoshina the ability to really prepare for his attacks. And Hoshina is really starting to find out just how advantageous it is for him to have somebody like monster number 10 clear the path for him so that he could set up his attacks. And with that, we start seeing just how powerful Hoshina is when he has monster number 10 working with him. And he starts going through the various complex levels of his sword attacks. And that is why I say this is something that you should actually go read, because the attacks that you see are just very enjoyable to read. And in the very end of the chapter, we see Hoshina bring out his ultimate attack, which was the one that took down monster number 10. Monster number 10 recognizes the attack, and now that he is synchronized with Hoshina, he realizes just how much energy Hoshina brings out. It's almost unbearable to monster number 10, but the actual build of the energy is so intense that he actually enjoys that pressure, and he works with it. And when the two come together, the results are devastating. And I think that was the objective that Matsumoto Naoya wanted to bring out in these two chapters. Yes, Hoshina is strong. Yes, monster number 10 is strong. And yes, they don't particularly work well together if they continue to just do their typical fighting styles. However, if they both decide that they will be willing to work together, then the sum outweighs the individual parts, and we see a much more powerful character come out. And so these two chapters were very successful in bringing out what the new combination between Hoshina and Monster Number 10 is going to be. And since this is the post-training part of the story, it does really add into all the other characters that we have seen so far who have also powered up. Now, the one character we haven't seen really is Kafka himself. He has started training in standard martial arts so that he himself can become stronger. And what that will mean once he turns into Monster Number 8 is still not known. Since most of the other characters have already shown what their powers are, I think it's about time that we will see what happens with Kafka. So I'm hoping that chapter 75 or 76, somewhere around that time, we will start seeing what Kafka can do. Now, it may be that Matsumoto Naoya, to show just how powerful Kafka is, may first create a situation of peril, something that Monster Number 9 will do to up the escalation. And it's only after that that we are introduced to the new Kafka and his new powers. But it'll be interesting to see just what happens. Maybe Monster Number 9 himself will come out somewhere during this situation, and that is when Monster Number 8 will confront him. I don't know. But I am looking forward to chapter 75 because I feel that we have reached a completion for being introduced to the new Hoshina. And that, of course, gives Matsumoto Naoya the ability to move on to the next part of the story. So once chapter 75 comes out, I'll bring out another video, and I hope you join me at that time. But this is the chapter 74 discussion of Kaiju number 8. If you read it, what you think about it, any comments that you could leave will be greatly appreciated. And until the next episode, happy manga reading, and as always, Jaya, nice day, everyone.